Hey, spiritual extremists, it's Dr. Lloyd-Moffett inside the mushroom, and here's our introduction to lesson 2. Now, I know in lesson 1, all those images of people, flagellating themselves and, lying on stakes and stuff, you were like, not much of my life, jives with this, don't have much experience here. Well, today's subject undoubtedly it's the same, right? Or at least I want to know, because we're going to talk about sex today, but lack of sex. Now, I have to say, the relationship between sex and religion is very, very ancient. I mean, some of the earliest figures we have, religious symbols, are symbols of people having sex or phalluses that were worshipped or pregnant women. There often seems to be sort of ritual intercourse that was often connected with fertility and getting of life. One of the fun things is I lived in Australia a lot, and I got to teach down there. I think it was in 2012, and they had probably the only thing my students remember from our class on Aboriginal religion. When they wanted to rain, they saw a cloud way up. They would get together, 4 men and 4 women. They'd climb up the highest mountain. They would have ritualistic sex with a woman on top. And when the man was done talking, that was their euphemism, the women would then stand up and beat their bellies and drip down the fluids, and they believed that that would make it rain. We could go all day talking about fun, positive elements that sex have. I've always thought it was hilarious that there's an Egyptian creation story where the world is created by the gods masturbating, which may be why the world is so whacked. But there's also a Hindu cosmology story where the gods accidentally spill their seed, and all of the earth is the vital seed of the gods. There was crazy stuff like in Ireland in the 12th century, an Irish king would copulate with a horse who would then be killed, ritually cut into pieces and boiled. The king then bathed in the broth of that boiling horse that it had sex with, and then eat it ritually. I have no idea why, but I have to say that there is a lot more fun stuff to talk about on the positive elements of sex than our subject today. Because our subject today is the refraining from sex and why that would be part of religion. Now, it has been part of religion almost equally as long as positive elements of sex. We see Vestal virgins in Rome for an ancient period. We see celibacy a part of almost every tradition. And so what we're going to do is look at the role of celibacy, chastity, virginity, and try to understand the motivations for why certain religions think that that's essential for spiritual growth. And we're going to start off with a little exercise. You'll see this on the screen below, but I want you to think through the 10 holiest people in history. Maybe we'll do 5 from ancient history and 5 modern periods. So think in your mind the holiest people. So think of that exercise and then fill out the form below.